Hi, good morning and welcome to the Traffic Report segment on AM Cafe, coming to you live from the studios of IATV. My name is Folashade Ogurinde. This morning we're taking a review of the traffic situation along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway and the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway. And helping us with this report this morning is Route Commander Florence Okwe of the FRSC, Ogun State Command. She's on the line now. Let's hook up with her. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, please quickly run us through the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. What exactly is the traffic situation along that route?
The traffic situation on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway this morning, in what Lagos, from Togo Ibadan to Onigari, the traffic is free. Onigari and Alapako free flow. Alapako Fidowo is also free. Fidowo interchange, the traffic is free. Interchange, Kara ROCC is free flow. Mowe is also free. Ashishi Ibafo, there is slow movement due to the narrow lane at the diversion point, which is making the people to slow down. MFM Magboro is free. Opi down to Bega, free flow of the ground movement. Then the other section of the expressway that is about Lagos, Bega Opi is free. Magboro MFM, free flow. Ibafo is also free. Mowe is free. ROCCG Kara to interchange, the traffic is free. Fidowo Alapako free flow. Alapako Onigari down to Togo Ibadan, free flow of the ground movement. There is no crash and no obstruction on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway this morning.
All right, that's a good report for commuters along that route this morning. But let's head now to the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway. Please fill us in on the traffic situation report. Go ahead, Ma. Route Commander Florence Okwe, are you on the line? Okay, I think we just lost her. She was just about to give us the traffic situation along the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway. Let's see if she's still on the line. Good morning. Okay, I think we've lost her there, but she's giving us the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, and according to our report, the routes there is fairly free, and I think that's good news for commuters along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. But we need to call it a wrap on the segment today. Over now to the newspaper review. Don't go anywhere, we'll join you shortly.
Welcome to the newspaper review, and if you're just keep tuning into AM Cafe, we are on the newspaper review segment coming to you from the Lagos studios. My name is Faith Agbetuya, and this morning we'll be taking a look at what different Nigeria dailies have on their front pages, and some business stories as well as crime and political stories. I have Vanguard newspaper, the Guardian newspaper, some business stories. We have the Nigerian Tribune, the Punch newspaper, and so much more to give you this morning. Well, I am not here alone. I have with me Folashade. How are you this morning, Shade?
Very well, thank you. Good morning, Faith. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
And we've witnessed a respite in the rains.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was quite bright yesterday and
bright.
This morning.
The sun actually came out too early today, and it made Lagos so busy and active.
Exactly. All right, let's move over to the newspaper review this morning. I'll begin with the Nigerian Tribune. The Nigerian Tribune is reporting Presidential Election Tribunal retransmitted results to INEC server, says witnesses, as Buhari kicks against admission of own biodata. Court reserves judgment in suit challenging his academic qualification. You can find the story on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune. Customs officers promote self-DCG. He is not mentally stable, now hospitalized, says the customs. That story is on page 32 of the Nigerian Tribune. Assault. Senator Abo arraigned, granted 5 million naira bail. That story is on page 35 of the Nigerian Tribune. Other stories here: Ijegun explosion, 10 more victims die in hospital. That story is on page 32 of the same newspaper. Just above the masthead, the story here says INEC sets 7-point electoral reform agenda for 2023 elections. INEC hamstrung in implementation implementing 2019 election observers' recommendations, says Yakubu. That story is on the front page and continued on page 39 of the Nigerian Tribune. 111 pro-Elumelu lawmakers kick against suspension of Elumelu others. Pass vote of confidence on in Gbajamiamila. That story is on page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune. Just beside the picture here, the front page picture, it says Kogi 2019, 20 APC governorship aspirants reject indirect primary. That story is on page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune. And we can see a picture here of former governor of Ogun State and celebrant Chief Olusegun Oshoba and his wife Derin Sola and members of his family during the presentation of a memoir to mark the 80th birthday of Oshoba in Event Center right here in Lagos. But that's all we have on the Nigerian Tribune. But this story here caught my attention with regards to the assault story. The senator Abu arraigned, granted 5 million bail. So we reported last week that the police are after him. The senator, are set to investigate what exactly happened. So I think it's kind of like a turnaround in the Nigerian system,
yes,
saying that you can't be in power and inflict injury on people and do what you like,
or assault people.
Exactly.
And especially with the battle that went on social media, I think the battle was actually fought to finish due to the different clamor and agitation on the social media, especially.
Yeah.
And now it seems justice has been meted out.
I think communication experts will say that the social media is really, really powerful, because
and it's even getting to be more powerful
before the
now.
days of social media, like it would have been swept under the carpet. But we got this report. It was the CCTV footages where spread all around, went viral on social media, and we also had a journalist who alleged that the same senator had done the same to him. So I think it's a good one for Nigeria. And so let's move on to the Vanguard newspaper.
Now to what Vanguard newspaper reports on its front page this morning, we have presidential tussle. We sent poll results to INEC server. That's coming from an INEC staff. And the writer to that story, I signed results sheet under duress. That's coming from a witness. Why dumped Buhari for Atiku by Buba Galadima? Well, many Nigerians are saying that Buba Galadima had always been an ally of Buhari. But now he's coming out to tell us reasons why he's dumping Buhari for Atiku. Then sometimes last week, 2 weeks ago, we have Atiku, the serious battle between Atiku and Buhari in the APC, where Atiku was requesting INEC to to let him have access to the server, and then INEC is saying we don't have any server anyway. But then it's getting funny and more interesting now that a witness who appeared before the Presidential Tribunal yesterday said, well, there was that he sent poll results to INEC server, and then Nigerians are waiting to see where all of this will actually end. Well,
the story is playing out and definitely would get you, bring you up to speed with regards to the stories.
Yeah, we have more stories on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Arabi Salah, Bola Tinubu, Yemi Osinbajo, and other APC opportunists can no longer speak for the Yorubas in Nigeria. That story is on page 30 of the Vanguard newspaper. British Foreign Commonwealth Office condemns the persecution of Christians in Nigeria. That story is on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. I have another story here, still on page 8 of that paper. Principal officers, PDP reps their party, declare support for Elumelu. Others, still on the front page of the Vanguard, I have political gladiators turn up for Oshoba, preach tolerance on page 10 of that paper. I'll fix refineries and fuel import by 2023. That's coming from Kerry, and it's on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. Well, Nigerians are actually waiting to see what a good turnaround will happen in the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. And well, every Nigerian is actually waiting. We have more stories on that paper. Okowa at 66 story on page 12, photos on pages 14 and 15 of the Vanguard newspaper. Well, just like we have on so many other papers, I have pictures of Oshoba at 50 on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Now let's see what the Punch newspaper has on its front page this morning.
All right, the Punch is reporting this morning, Presidential Election Tribunal Atiku to challenge 11 states results. INEC ad hoc workers say server was used. That story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Just beside the masthead, the story says alleged assault. Abo arraigned, pleads not guilty, granted 5 million naira bill. That story is on page 12 of the Punch newspaper. Buhari's delay in appointing ministers affecting economy, says PDP BOT. That story is on page 9 of the Punch. Just about the masthead, the story says restructuring, send El Rufai panel report to National Assembly. Oshoba advises APC. Obasanjo, Nigeria's #1 enemy, says the Oba of Lagos. That story is on page 9. Moving on, Makinde Mabogunje Are, others honor Adebayo Akonde at 80. That story is on page 8 of the Punch newspaper. Insecurity, celebrities protest at Redemption Camp, seek Adeboye's intervention. That story is on page 4 and page 5 of the Punch newspaper. A story here says presidential panel demands 684 billion naira oil block renewal fee from Mobil. That story is on page 28 of the Punch newspaper. There's a front page picture here with the caption, a scene of an accident that claimed 29 lives in the Delhi Agro Expressway near Agra, India on Monday. That picture is quite gory and it's quite sad. Accident here and there, not just in Nigeria, but
even outside the country.
Exactly, also in India. It's quite sad. You can see uniformed officers trying to rescue the victims of the crash, and we hope we wish them quick recovery. Now let's move on to other stories making the front page of the Punch. Police arrest siblings for kidnapping 88-year-old father. That story is on page 5 of the Punch newspaper. Customs officer faces medical test for promoting self to CG. That story is on page 12. Lagos seizes truckload of toxic pomor. That story is on page 5 of the Punch newspaper. Deal with subsidy ailing refineries, experts tell new NNPC boss. That story is on page 25 of the Punch newspaper. Court member who washed her hair with sniper dies 10 days to birthday. That story is on page 4 and page 5. And finally, on the front page of the Punch, protest rocks APC secretariat as Kogi governor aspirants reject indirect primary. That story is on page 40 of the Punch newspaper. The story of the court member who washed her hair with sniper. I was just looking through the story, and it says that the first paragraph says a member of the National Youth Service Corps scheme serving in Osun State, Ayomikun Ade Morayo, on Sunday died after she reportedly washed her hair with insecticide sniper to eliminate lice. I mean, it's quite sad, and
God knows.
This happened 10 days to her birthday.
God knows how some persons were saying that she was probably careless, that there was this erroneous belief that sniper, since it's an insecticide, can kill lice. And I wonder why one won't be able to know that such a thing like sniper is not actually good.
And according to the report here, it says that she applied the insecticide to her hair on Sunday afternoon. Okay, so it's quite sad because it said apply the insecticide to her hair on Sunday afternoon and became unconscious a few minutes later. So perhaps she didn't dilute. But if, as a matter of fact, I don't think sniper should be used to kill lice.
It shouldn't. Of course, that was part of why the federal government was talking about suspending or banning the production of that material, the sniper. So everyone should know that that material, that product is not meant for the body. It's not meant to touch any part of your body. And well, we hope God gives her a good rest.
Yeah, and I think NAFDAC and other regulatory bodies should look into these harmful substances. Maybe find a way to reduce the circulation in public,
and probably make people know what exactly these things are meant to be used for, so that people won't keep on abusing them. Well, with that story, we'll have to call this segment on AM Cafe a day for today. Please join us tomorrow for another beautiful edition. My name is Faith Agbetoye, and we're handing you over back to Ibadan.
And I'm Folashade Ogrindi saying good morning. Many thanks for joining us.